Hello, saints. It's me, Pastor Herbert, coming to you once again on this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. I'm doing fine. I hope you doing fine. Let's get into it. But first, I'm gonna pray. Heavenly One in space, grant me the wisdom today, in this moment, to give the greatest teaching, the greatest answer to a question that ever did happen. Give me the wisdom and the power right now, to bless your people in the way that I should. In the name of the one I love. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hello, saints, once again. I feel real tickled today. I feel fantastic. I feel so emotionally bombastic, ecstatically astounded how girlfriend could really lose her brain. That's lyrics. Bet you don't know the song. Holla at your boy, Pastor Herbert on the mic. That's right. Now, many people see a job, not even a job, a calling, upon someone's life, and they feel, you ever watch a program? You ever watch a program and see somebody do something and think to yourself, I could have done better. I could act better than Will Smith. I could act better than Denzel. I'm sure I could have been in Training Day. Holla at your boy. I could have done that easily. But put in the same situation, would you really be able to do it? I could, but could you? And if you could, why are you listening right now? Why you ain't in the movies? You see, the point I'm making here, saints, is that how things look ain't really how they be. You don't see all the work that goes in to making things happen right. You don't see the hours. You don't see the rejections they receive. The rejections, no, we don't want your black ass in our films. We don't want you around. Now, they're not saying it with their voices, but they're saying it with their eyes, with their body language. That's how they be talking and acting a fool, telling you never got the job. You've had that happen. You went to be the fry cook, and then they got Billy Bob down the road to be the fry cook. They said you come out the floor if you want for $4 an hour. You had to take it because the rent was due, past due. But you look at the manager of the store and say to yourself, I could do his job better. No doubt about it. Could you really? Maybe you could. Today's question is something in the line or in the vein or in the strength of what I've been talking about, which is doing somebody else's job. Thinking that you good enough. Thinking you qualified enough. Let me lay it down on you. You ain't qualified that much just by looking. You gotta go through the fire to know. You gotta go through it to see. So the question today, saints, is how can I become a pastor? You heard it right. How can I become a pastor? People calling up here, leaving questions about how can I become a pastor? You fool, you idiot, you goddamn moron. How in the hell you gonna become a pastor? Don't you? That's like asking, how can I become a prophet? How can I be a miracle worker? You fool. That's just something that you are by nature. God must call you to ministry. You don't call yourself. You don't just go to Bible school like some of these fools, going and getting some qualifications and they got them certifications. Now they think they real educated. Those type of people. Well, I seen you coming. I seen you long time. This is a calling on you. This is a calling. You don't just wake up one day and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to be a pastor. I'm going to be a preacher in the house of God. You don't do that. You don't do that at all. You got to hear calling. It's gotta be given to you by the Most High, the one in the sky. How can I become a pastor? That's a stupid question. If you ever ask yourself how you could become a pastor, you never will. You gotta have a heart to serve. You gotta have a heart to serve. If you don't have that heart, you can never be a pastor. Your heart's gotta be right. You gotta be right. When they're kicking you in your teeth, when you're carrying your burden, when you're carrying their burdens, that's when you can begin to feel like a pastor. You're carrying burdens day and night. You can't rest because you feel what they feeling. You ain't just preaching. You feeling what they're feeling, what they're going through. They pain is your pain. They joy is they joy. It isn't yours. That's the heart of a pastor. Now, if you're asking how, I'm afraid you won't never be a pastor. You may be able to be a deacon. We need somebody on the door. We need somebody to hold the I wouldn't even trust you with my collection plates, asking about how to be a pastor. Listen, saints, this fool who sent this question in, trying to hustle the people. That's what it really is, trying to hustle, trying to work your way into this here house of God. But you're not gonna do it. Not on my watch. You ain't never gonna do that. Trying to get paid. Trying to get your bills paid. How can I be a pastor? You just go out there, you do it. That's what you do. But because you asked, I know your heart ain't right. It ain't right at all. You a phony. You one of them goddamn prosperity preachers. Always asking for money. Always asking for money. That's what you is. How can I be a pastor? You should have asked, how can I serve God? That's what you should have been doing, but that's not what you did. You done messed up. That's what you done. That's right. You should have asked how you could serve, how you could be in the Word. But oh no. You want to know how you can get your hands on Pastor Herbert's collection plate. You want to know how you can get your bills paid like Pastor Herbert. You want to know how Claudine be looking so good in her outfits that she wear on Sunday. All designer, she got the latest red bottoms. That's why you asking how you can be a pastor. You's one of them phony prosperity teachers. Is your cousin Creflo Dollar? Holler at me if it is. Is your cousin Creflo Dollar? Do you know him? What about that skinny boy, Dietrich Haddon? Bet you know him. Singing and stuff. He making his coin from the singing. But you want to be a pastor. Oh no. Not on my watch. Not ever. Not on my watch. Holler at Iyanla Van Zant. Pastor. You couldn't pastor a goddamn sheep in a field. Anyway, saints, the bottom line is God calls the pastors, and the pastor knows what they supposed to be. They don't ask stupid questions about it. You see, if your heart's in the right place, automatically, you go out there and you serve. You don't need no formal edifications and certifications. Your heart right. And you go out to the people of God and you serve. I'm going to pray now. But first, I'm going to let y'all in on a secret. Pastor Herbert hasn't always been a pastor. No, I was not. I had to work my way through my trials and tribulations. Has anybody ever had a trial? I had to work through my tears, work through my crying. Has anybody here shed any tears? Come on now. You must have shed some tears in your life. In your life. Have you shed any tears? I've had to cry. I've had to walk in the snow alone. No coat, no Claudine, no church folk to help me. And I stood on the corner, and I stood, and I held out my hands. I held out my leaflets, my pamphlets, my sword, and I said, love God, brother, love God, sister. And they laughed in my face. You heard it. They laughed in my face. But that didn't deter me. I carried on every day, not just on Sunday. Pastor Herbert wasn't always a pastor with a title. I was a pastor in my heart. I was in my heart first, servant of the living one I love. I didn't go to no special college to tell me that I must do God's work. So I'm gonna ask you now to remember those days that I struggled and I suffered when the people of God ignored me and made my life trials, tribulations, and tears. Give me joy. Give me beauty for ashes. May my weeping turn into mirth. For weeping endureth for a night, just for one night that felt like a lifetime. But joy, oh yeah, joy cometh in the morning. So donate $50 for the joy that I experience now. Bless God by giving $50, 'cause he brought me through. Go on now, pay it in. The God brought me through. Has God brought you through anything? I bet he has. I bet he will. I bet he does. Pay him in a thank you offering. Right now, the number you should know. If not, click the link. I'ma pray us out. Heavenly being in space, thank you for your grace. I hope someday to see your face. In the name of the one I love, thank you.